The anti-wokeness movement positions itself as a defender of colorblind meritocracy and national unity. Yet a critical analysis reveals its primary function is to police historical narrative by suppressing the full, uncomfortable account of Western colonialism and its dark legacy. This movement operates through three interlocking strategies. The substitution of heritage for history. It promotes a sanitized national heritage, a mythologized story of benevolent founders and civilizing missions over a rigorous history that acknowledges dispossession, violence, and broken covenants. By attacking school curricula or constitutional treaties that detail these events as divisive or unpatriotic, it constructs a public memory that sanctifies historical figures and obscures their role in a colonial project. The Gaza peace deal may enshrine the name of Trump or Netanyahu, but nothing is mentioned about the disproportional slaughter of Palestine women and children. The reframing of justice as a character flaw. It systematically transmutes discussions of historical and structural justice into critiques of individual character. Legitimate grievances are dismissed as a culture of victimhood, while calls for restitution are labeled special treatment. This rhetorical sleight of hand shifts the debate away from verifiable historical obligations and pathologizes the claims of marginalized groups. An LGBTQ+ individual is deprived from discrimination, and abuse is labeled lazy and bludger. The defense of an illegitimate economic order. Ultimately, this is not a mere cultural debate, but a defense of an economic status quo. To acknowledge that modern wealth, property rights, and national borders are built upon a foundation of colonial violence is to challenge the moral legitimacy of the current economic system. The anti-wokeness movement, by silencing this past, functions as the ideological bodyguard for this system, insulating it from calls for meaningful justice. Those who stand up for their rights are silenced by labels, abuse, and state oppression. Faced with this, one might ask how to reconcile a passion for justice with a fabricated heritage that legitimizes ongoing oppression. The difficult truth is, you cannot and you are not meant to. The system is working as designed. The fabricated heritage is not an accidental error. It is a tool of control, and your passion for justice is the very thing it is engineered to suppress. When someone dismisses a historical claim as divisive, reframe it. This is not about division, but the tension between a comfortable heritage and an uncomfortable history. The choice is between a national myth and a historical truth. When a claim for justice is framed as victimhood, redirect the conversation. This is not about individual character, it is about acknowledging a structural and historical debt. You are changing the subject from what was done to how we feel about it, which is a way of avoiding responsibility. The core conflict. Do not fight on the terrain of individual morality. Drag the debate back to verifiable historical facts. The refusal to acknowledge the violent origins of property is not an intellectual stance, it is an economic one. It defends an inheritance system that continues to benefit some at the expense of others. This isn't wokeness, it is a demand for historical and economic honesty. True unity cannot be built on a lie. A nation afraid of its history is a fragile nation. A nation that can confront its past with honesty and a commitment to repair is a strong and genuinely unified one. Your passion for justice is not an attack on the nation, but a bid to build a more authentic and just one. Your task is not to find alignment with a fabricated heritage, but to fight this irreconcilable conflict on the side of history. Use your passion to expose the fabrication, reveal the economic interests it protects, and insist on a future built not on a comfortable lie, but on an uncomfortable and transformative truth.